Hey friends! I decided to make a meringue and oops, hold on. And ta-da! I can use it as a hat. Also, look what came into our lounge, right? This, I don't know if it's not that clear, but this is a false widow. I think it's called a false widow spiders, and it was literally like this big. It's like a button. My sister thought it was a button because it has on the what's it called? The bum part, the massive bulgy bit. I can't think what it's called right now. I'll write it on the screen right now. Here. On that bit there's like 4 like dots or whatever, which look like a button. So yeah. Let's get on with the rest of the video. Hi friends! Today I'm going to tell you a story about a couple of random interactions I've had with people over the last week, I would say. Okay, the first one is I was on a bus, because that's how I get home. And I had like my backpack, which is a star one, which is irrelevant really, but sorry, I thought someone was coming in the room. Anyway, I had my backpack on because I was getting off the bus, because we had reached my stop. Like, I'd got from where I was to where I needed to go, and so I was getting off the bus, right? Normal, yeah. And so I pushed the button, the bus stopped at my stop, and then I looked at a girl who was sitting, okay, there's 2 seats and then there's 2 seats. I was in this seat, ready to get off, and then she was in this seat, across the aisle. And so I looked at her because I didn't know if she was getting off or if she was just staying on the bus. And she gave me the weirdest look in the world. It's like really judgmental and like, what are you doing? Like, I'm getting off the bus, Jesus. But it's really odd. It was like, but I don't know what was wrong. I don't know, like, and I had noticed a couple other people giving me an odd look that day also, and so I don't know if there was something wrong with what I was wearing, or my hair, or my smell, maybe? I don't know. Or like my shoes. I don't know. I just got a random look from a random person on a bus, and it weirded me out a little bit, you know? Like, I was just on my way home. You don't need to stare at me like that, please. Jeez. Oh, yeah. Okay, and the next story happened, I think it might have been last week. No. It was this week, but I can't remember which day. My friend was ill. And she normally has a tutoring for maths in the morning before we start our like college day. And so she wanted me to tell the woman that she wasn't going to be in for her tutoring because she was ill, but she was going to be in next week. Okay? So I did that. I said, hi, my friend, I'm going to call her Fliss. She's not called Fliss, but I'm going to call her Fliss. Okay, so, hi, my friend Fliss won't be in today for her tutoring, but she will be in next week. That is easy to understand, right? Wrong. This woman did not get what I was saying, and she blamed it on her deafness, on the amount of chocolate she'd eaten over Easter, and I was like, alright, well, I didn't know chocolate makes you deaf. So she was like, what? She's like, your friend Fliss wants you to do her tutoring next week. That's literally what she said to me, and I was like, no, my friend Fliss won't be in today for her tutoring with Sarah, but she will be in next week. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just a bit unorganised. I can't remember, hold on. She said, I can't remember the word she used. It was like disorientated. Yeah, she said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bit disorientated from all the chocolate I ate last week. And I was like, okay, yeah, okay, so am I. And then she was like, so what's your friend's name? So I said Fliss. I said, "No." And she's like, oh, okay. She is Sarah, right? And I was like, yes, she is Sarah. And so she said, thank you for letting us know. I'll tell Sarah when she comes in. And so I just said, okay, bye. And then I left. And then I saw her a couple hours later. No, it's like about half an hour later. I was eating my breakfast at my college, and she came over doing the slowest saunter walk ever. And she got some coffee or some tea or something, didn't really see. And then she did the slowest saunter walk ever back and to her desk. And I was like, is she okay? I didn't ask anyone because that would be rude. I said it in my head. I said, is she okay, to myself? So that was my weird interactions last week. By the way, before this bit of video, I showed you a clip of me making a meringue. That meringue tasted disgusting. It turned really wet and dry, and like, not wet and dry, that's odd. Really like spongy on top, and like really soggy and wet in the middle. And then it turned from like meringue to scrambled eggs in the middle, and it was like gross. And I was like, although the outside bit tasted kind of okay, but it looks disgusting. It was the worst meringue I've ever made, but I didn't use a recipe or timer or like the right heat or the right amount of sugar, so it was my fault, but it was a spur of the moment thing. Okay, and then I made some disgusting scrambled eggs with the yolk, and I was like, ugh, gross. So I'm going to read a recipe next time and do it again. Anyway, I will see you when I see you. Bye, friends!